involved in the playoffs, and they reached the last two grand finals, winning 2 seasons ago in Melbourne. However, Sydney United have beaten the Zebras 3 times this season, including a 1-0 win here at Hindmarsh Stadium in the first round. Robert Zabika was in goals that day, and after a recent injury, Zabika is back to his best. Yesterday, he celebrated his 30th birthday. Damien Murray is one of the most gifted players in the Coca-Cola Soccer League, but his preparation for this game has been disrupted because of a groin injury. Murray will partner Carl Viet up front. There's just one change to the United team, which lost 3-0 in the final round here against West Adelaide. Ante Moric is back from suspension. He replaces the injured Ante Milicic. That leaves Manus Lamond up front, a veteran of the '88 grand final against Marconi. Lamond has scored 7 goals this season. 34-year-old Melbourne referee Eugene Brazale gets us away here at Hindmarsh Stadium. The first lot of matches in the NSL playoffs for 93-94. Goran Lozanovski just getting it back to Sergio Melta. Lozanovski in contention for the Under-21 Player of the Year. It's been a great season for him. Successful move from Preston. Taladera inside to Ivanovic. The Socceroo has his captain in support. He goes long, intercepted by Popovic. Young David Zdrilic, who will be playing up front. And now Kupashak. Nice looking run from Petkovic in the middle. The header through, Gibson to drop back. Ivan Petkovic, also a veteran of that '88 grand final. The day Sydney United lost on penalties. And it also marked the day when they made their last finals appearance. Zabika's first touch, the clearance upfield for Murray. Looked like a little bit of climbing by Babic. Babic in there again. Christodoulou. Just put off balance there by Murray. Eugene Brazale right in the middle there. Murray has scored 7 goals this season, 6 in the last 11 rounds of the league. An explosive player. Scored a great goal in the last round. That was the match of the day against Marconi. And what a record for Adelaide City. They haven't missed the playoffs since summer soccer was introduced. They've got an outstanding record. The best, in fact, of all the clubs when it comes to playoffs. They've played in 18 finals games for 11 wins and 1 draw. And it's interesting when you look at Sydney United, because they could be the team of the future in the Coca-Cola Soccer League, much like Adelaide City were in the mid-'80s. Ivanovic for Tobin. Viet looking for the ball. His first touch of the day. Carl Viet has certainly finished the competition with a flurry of goals. Kupashak assigned an interesting task today, keeping tabs on Carl Viet. Mullen just couldn't get there. Vidmar covering. Tobin. Dispossessed by this youngster, Zdrilic. Nice looking ball for Lamond. It's a chance for United. Lamond will go. He's knocked it too far ahead. He did everything right. He got away from Zabika. That was a great move. You've got to pay credit to David Zdrilic. 3 minutes into the game, Lamond did the right thing. He had to get it away from Zabika, but he knocked it too far. What a chance for Sydney United. Manus Lamond, it's been a bit of a hard season for him. He's only played 6 full games, but he likes the pressure of semi-final football. He was such a key in '88. So Adelaide City almost punished for being caught in possession at the back. There's Zabika again. Bit of climbing by Babic. And he's consolidated his place in the last 6 or 7 rounds. And Lozanovski just clipped there by Christodoulou. Taladera short for Ivanovic. Ivanovic looking for Mori. Away by Moric. Taladera's control let him down a little bit. And big Zelko Kalats. One of those nominees for the Goalkeeper of the Year award. The award's being held in Melbourne this season. Zelko Kalats has conceded 23 goals in 25 matches. And he's kept Tony Fracken on the reserves for all bar one round. Popovic, good solid challenge, back the deflection falls nicely for Viets. Viets only got Mori there, and hasty clearance by Robbie Stanton, the sweeper. Lamont, they can turn it into attack here. He's got Christodoulou there, but the ball should have gone ahead of Christodoulou, not behind. Lozanovski, play on, says Eugene Brazali. Moric, and Lozanovski pushed Lamont out of the way. The tension of semi-final football. I think Lozanovski was disappointed with an earlier challenge. And Eugene Brazali just settling down things in the middle. Better away by Vidmar. Viets. Here comes Vidmar, the player Manfred Schaefer fears the most. Petkovic, good dummy. Looking inside for Lamont. Just a bit too high. He was onside too. The defence caught square this time. Adelaide City's defence has played very well this season. 27 goals they've conceded in the 26 matches. In was Mori, and he's taken a bit of a knock there. The fans absolutely disappointed. And now the flag up for offside. Damien Mori, he was receiving attention while his teammates were warming up. About 20 minutes before the game, Mori was still on the bench in the dressing room getting some treatment. And you wonder whether he would have been able to play if there wasn't that week break for the Challenge Cup. Hassel. Good turn around by Hassel. Lozanovski. Ante Moric and Lozanovski on that left side. Here's Mori again. He was held back by Babbage. Lozanovski with a free kick. They're lining up for it. Plenty of support in the middle. They're all making runs. In it comes. So close, but so far for Damien Mori. 8 minutes into the game, Adelaide City have their first chance. And Damien Mori, the man. A top run, a lovely ball inside. Lozanovski, sensational season for him. And it looked like it was going in as well. A sigh of relief for City United. Vidmar trying to knock it away from Gibson, but Petkovic was the player there. Ivanovic's clearance to Mullen, a little bit of pressure. The referee was in the way, and Lamont rushing it. He had Christodoulou there, and Moric free inside. And that just shows you the impatience, really. There's plenty of support inside. You can't really blame Adelaide City because, and you can't blame the referee. The player ran into the referee. But still, it's been an interesting opening. Just 9 minutes played so far. No goals yet. A chance to either team. Some interesting matchups out there in the middle. Kuprashak on Viet. Moric keeping tabs on Lozanovsky coming through on the right side of the midfield. And Babbage and Mori. Melton now and Strulich. There's quite a wind blowing out there. It's not really showing up on the screens, but I can assure you there's a bit of a wind out there. Manfred Schaefer had said in the lead up to this game, of all the teams who would have liked to have played in this first semi-final, he did not want to play Adelaide City, the team that he fears the most. That's despite a good record. They were very lucky, really, here to win 1-0. Milicevic scoring in injury time. Manfred Schaefer, he's done his homework for this one. They did extremely well a few weeks ago, winning at home 3-1. 2 outstanding goals in particular. The one from Milicic, who sadly hasn't been able to make the trip across. Milicic and Lamont have scored 7 goals each to be the top scorers for Sydney United. Tony Popovic, the youngest captain in the semi-finals. 20 years of age. He's handled the responsibility so well. Vidmar taken out late by Petkovic. So it's the youngest squad in the Coca-Cola Soccer League up against what many would say the most experienced squad. Not too many changes at all to the Adelaide City side from the one that played in the grand final against Marconi. The only alterations, Lozanovsky and Hassel. Here's Tony Vidmar for Viet. No one inside yet, he waits and deflects off Kuprashak. Not enough coming through. That's why he hesitated, but still, they get the corner kick. Lozanovsky will take it. Zelko Kanats. He's certainly ready. Low this time. And it goes behind Mullen. Still. And who else but Strulich to get it away. That becomes an escape for Sydney United. They just spun away from Joe Mullen. And you sense there would have been the free shot on. What a great ploy by Lozanovsky. They would have expected the high corner. He played it low and hard. Here's Mullen. Played in that 86 grand final, as did Tobin, as did Melter. Maxwell on the bench, he was there as well. Shillabeer retired this year. Lozanovsky, he goes high, the curler, Mullen was up, now Viet! Carl Viet out jumping the Sydney United defence. It reminds me so much of the second round game. They created the chances, they weren't able to break through early. Will it be the same case today? Up goes Hassel. Mullen playing it long for Mori. Lozanovsky. Melter in support. Good overlapping work from the veteran. And that's a nice looking ball. Kuprashak. Good control too. Kept his cool, Velimir Kuprashak. Tobin on for Viet. Now the young sweeper Stanton. Will go all the way for a goal kick. Adelaide City, 5th place in the Coca-Cola Soccer League. City United, 3rd place. City won 11 games and drew 8 and lost 7. United won 13, drew 7 and lost 6. In particular, that last round was a great one for Adelaide City. They lost just 2 games in the second round, including one away to Sydney United. Stanton in cover. Looking for Zdrilic. Tobin away. Vidmar under pressure. Good challenge by Zdrilic. Taladera. Lozanovsky, Melter coming with Lozanovsky. Whether he uses him, I don't think so. Lozanovsky, deflection and safety at the back post. Great work from Mark Babbage. A great move from Adelaide City. You've got to commend the City United defence for keeping their cool, in particular Babbage. Lozanovsky, he breaks away down the right. It deflected. Babbage knew he had a man in Damien Murray right behind. So the corner kick. In it comes from Taladera. Callets will get there. Good take under pressure. Geez, they're up against it at the moment, Sydney United. But they've got the ability. They never stop for the 90 minutes. That's one of the features of their game that Matic has taken note of. An interesting quote from Matic during the week, the fact that they'll concentrate for 90 minutes, and if Sydney United get a chance, they usually take it. And that's what they've been known to do throughout the season. And Lozanovsky, aside from the knock there, he'd be feeling a bit tired there. He ran down the right flank, got the cross in, and doubled back to help his defence. Zdrilic back now for Petkovic. Lamond. Taladera there. Early days yet. Still no goals at Hindmarsh Stadium. The preliminary semi-final, the first leg. The second leg will be played in Sydney next Sunday. Petkovic. Good solid challenge by Popovic. Nice touch on for Moric. They're onside. In it comes. Gibson. No room whatsoever. And just knocked it a bit too far. Not a bad counter from Sydney United. Gibson and Stanton have played in every game this season for United. A reward for their consistency. See that wind holding that ball up. Zdrilic. Petkovic. Gibson looking for the layoff. Christodoulou deflected off Taladera. The clearance by Mullen straight to Popovic. Christodoulou tempted and not a bad attempt at all. A lethal drive from Eric Christodoulou. It was always dipping. And this is certainly a great strike from the 23-year-old electrician. Get another look at this one. Well worth a second replay too. Melter. And Cooper Shack, and right behind him was Viet. And goes Stanton, now Hassel. Taladera under some pressure, he got out of it well. And the league's most experienced campaigner, Sergio Melter. His 417th game. Will the record be broken? He's made a bit of a blunder there. As Drillage, he couldn't control it properly. Hassel, Viet's onside. He'll go himself surely. A great save by Kalatz. Viet did have Mullen coming through along with Lozanovsky, but it was just so enticing. He tried to beat Kalatz low, and the big keeper pulls off the save of the game. Good covering work. He cut the angle. The body was spread. Gibson wants it through the middle. Up goes Ivanovic. And the Vidmar clearance. Moritz will take the throw in. Just over 10 minutes left in this first half. Zabika keeps his eye on it, under no pressure. Well, Zabika really hasn't had a save to make of any note. There was the Lamont chance in the 3rd minute, and then Christodoulou shot over from quite a range in the 20th minute. Well, just maybe he might now, because that wasn't the best of clearances. Christodoulou's free kick, Popovic up. In it comes, and Melter away. Lamont right behind him. Big Tony Popovic was left, and he almost punished the Adelaide City defence. That's the sort of team Sydney United are. They might be under pressure for quite a few minutes. They come up with something like this, and look where Lamont is. Excellent work by Melter. The Petkovic corner, straight to Zabika. Kalatz. Hassel just keeping an eye on things there. No hope at all for Maury. So after a pretty interesting opening to the game, the first 30 minutes certainly lively. The last 10 or 15 have not been up to the standards we saw. There's not much time left in this first half. Just over a minute of normal time, and here's Drilic, Ivanovic, and it deflects to Drilic. Now the chance for Lamont, they've all missed it, and Zabika gets it at the 2nd attempt. Well, Lamont starting the game in a lively fashion, and in the end of the first half, he could have perhaps put that one away. Ivanovic's clearance into the body as Drilic, it left them short. Ivanovic got to it there. Now look at Lamont, just needed the boot to connect. So just a few seconds left in the first half. I'm sure Manfred Schaefer is quite content at this 0-0 score, having seen his defence under a lot of pressure in the first 30 minutes. Popovic. Excellent work. Moric feeding it to Lamont. There's numbers inside if he can get it deep enough. And it needed a better cross than that. Inside waiting was Drilic, Gibson, and coming through was Petkovic. See that win in the second half. United faced this very strong breeze. And that's the half-time whistle. I think the Adelaide City fans can be fairly content with their team's performance today. They looked like they might have been able to score early in the first half, but that wasn't the case. They did have the better chances. But the Sydney United defence held firm, and that's why we have a scoreline of Adelaide City 0, Sydney United 0. Adelaide City have been forced to make a change at half-time. Stephen Maxwell has come in for Damien Murray, succumbed to that groin injury. A real blow. He's such a crucial player in their system here at the Zebras, but you can't take too much away from Stephen Maxwell. The experienced campaigner has played almost 300 games in the league, 287 to be exact, and he has put away 75 goals. Eugene Brazale is happy. Second half underway. And Maxwell will partner V up front. Here's Manus Lamond. Ivanovic. And play on. There wasn't a signal from the linesman. Goes Mullen. Christodoulou inside. Gibson on. No one running through. Lamond caught. Bit flat-footed. Copped a bit of a knock in his defence. And wasn't moving freely. And the big clearance. And when we talk about big, I understand that there's quite a big group of supporters at the King Thomas Love Club in Sydney taking this game live. And there's certainly be a few nervous fans there, I would think. It's 0-0 on the scoreboard. That's a great result for United. Christodoulou. Moric cuts inside Lozanovsky. Well, there's no one on the right side. Back for Petkovic, and now Kuprashak. Bit of a room there for Moric. Goes behind Moric from Zdrilic. Vert, the lone man up front. There's support there in Mullen. Mullen now. Lozanovsky. Zdrilic. Melter with a decisive challenge, but here's Petkovic. Christodoulou went down. Rather, it was Tony Popovic. Young Bradley Hassel. 5 goals in his debut season. Started with a real flurry, hasn't scored since round 14. There's Popovic. In was Gibson. And Zabika looks for Viet. There's Christodoulou now. And totally miscuing it. And goes Petkovic. Yes, it was Ivan Petkovic, but now Sergio Melta. Ivanovic. Gibson will have to pull across, try and cut his path. And it comes from Ivanovic. Stanton. As cool as ever. And just away from that danger zone. Maxwell. Can't get past Babbage. Gibson. Melter kept his balance, but he just couldn't get it inside for Taladera. Mullen now. And Taladera. Babbage away. Hassel. Manfred Schaefer has coached at Sydney United, St George, Brunswick are up here in Olympic. And that championship victory is a priority, I would think, for him now. Hasn't been able to do it. He's won the Cup with Olympic. He's won the Challenge Cup, actually, with Sydney United this season, and his team reached the National League Cup final as well. Maxwell. Easy work for Kalatz. Melter forward. Ozanovsky, Kupashak in cover. Well, the short passing game just hasn't been there at the moment for Adelaide City in the second half. Ivanovic. Gibson. Christodoulou on now for Petkovic. Ivanovic away. And Hassel. It's good work with his back to Gibson. Lamond on. Strilic back for Lamond. Here's Lamond. An excellent save by Zabika. Low to his right. Strilic and Lamond getting together. That's the chance of the second half. Lamond's been involved in 3 incidents. That was his best attempt. Stanton. Christodoulou. Strilic. Petkovic. That's a nice looking ball for Popovic. Hassel dropped and so did Lozanovsky. Well, Sydney United have looked the part in the second half. 3 raids in the first 10 minutes of this second half. Lozanovsky. Mullins deep. Flag goes up. Zdrilic, he's looked dangerous. Moric is onside. Moric, and he scores as well. Sydney United have done it so many times this season, particularly against this team, Adelaide City, where they've been under pressure, they've held out, and they've come back now to score. Ante Moric, what a day for the youngster. His first goal in the Coca-Cola Soccer League. 1-0 United, 12 minutes into this second half. And City's defence were punished. They were caught square again. The trap didn't work. Moric was on his way. He took it well. They'll be celebrating at the King Tom Club, no doubts about that one. United had come here for a draw at least. Well, they're leading. Will this spark the Zebras into action? The touch of deja vu, really, in the first round here. Sydney had just pressured this Sydney United defence, had so many chances. And then young Tommy Milicevic, who's on the bench, he came on in that game and scored the winner in injury time. But they didn't need Milicevic this time. It was Ante Moric. Taladera. Tobin melted through on his right. Although United have moved out quickly. And they're offside. Well organised by Kuprashak and Stanton at the back. The call came out quickly and they moved. I look around me and these Adelaide City fans just can't believe it. Here's that work here from Zdrilic, the pressure. He's looked the part in the second half and slotted through by Gibson. Moric saw Zabika coming. Excellent goal. Petkovic. Zdrilic has got some room. Ivanovic has to move across quickly. Here's Viet. Clearance went to Popovic. Lamont back for Popovic. Trying to get it through for Lamont. Zabika's come. Those 1-2 combinations just outside the area have looked very threatening. As Moric makes the clearance. Tobin up. Zdrilic on. There's been a standout performer in the second half, Zdrilic. Moric. He was looking for Zdrilic. Ivanovic read it well. Stanton there. No backup for Viet. There's plenty of support for City United. Gibson with a chase. Tobin. 25 minutes left in this game. It's 1-0 to Sydney United. Ante Moric, the hero, 12 minutes after the resumption. Popovic. Good little run. He can't get it. Oh, he has got it back. Here's Tony Popovic. And was he fouled? Well, it looked like he was clipped. He was trying to line it up for his left boot. And that'll be an interesting one on replay. Although, you'll have a look here. Popovic, was that a foul? I must admit I was looking at the action at the other end because Viet was making a break down the left. Viet was making a run down the left and I was watching that, concerned that perhaps there might have been a goal at the other end. But here's the foul, Taladera. Or was that a foul? Nonetheless. So some anxious moments in both halves. We'll try and get you a replay of the Popovic one. Tony's talking to the referee. Watching Popovic there, you couldn't see the referee in shot, but he was asking the referee what exactly was going on there. And at 2-0, if Popovic could have put that one away, it would have been difficult to see Adelaide City come back and score 3 to win this one. Here's Popovic inside to Lamond. Now the flag's up, Gibson's offside. John Gibson has contributed well also to the attacks. Stanton away. Lozanovsky, Taladera. The flag was up. We're midway through the second half. 1-0 to the visitors. Here's another chance to have a look at this incident. Popovic turned inside Mullen. There was a contact there for sure. The right boot of Mullen had connected with Tony Popovic. And yes, this gives you a much better look at it. Popovic turned inside of Mullen. Mullen put the boot out and watch Popovic's right leg there. Should have got the ball inside much sooner, although that's taken a deflection. Lozanovsky hasn't had the same impact in the second half. He really took some knocks in that first half. And Katz has missed it. And so close again. Carl Viet in the first half we saw him do it. And that's the first chance in the second half for the Socceroo. What a chance. Christodoulou. And goes Viet. Play on, Kuprashak. Lamont chesting it down, but might have been better off running onto that one. Tobin. Vidmar. Hassel. Bit of a dangerous ball for Lozanovsky. Melter overlapping. Foul there by Zdrulic. 15 minutes of normal time left in this game. 1-0 the scoreline, and still City are fighting their way back, and whether they can do it, we'll soon find out. It's been a committed display from City United in the second half. They've done everything right. Lamont, Christodoulou. Zdrulic can't get it through now. Vidmar. This is more like the Vidmar we've been accustomed to. Viet can't get it through to Vidmar. He'll get a second chance, although he just couldn't get onto that properly. Christodoulou. Pekovic. Well, Zdrulic let it go. He's copped, well, it looks like he's got cramps. Out the middle now, Viet. Top run by Hassel. Look at the run from Hassel. And Kallatz with a save again in the second half. The second time he's done it. And will that be the turning point? Excellent run from Hassel. No one went with him. He was well spotted. And there was Callets again to keep Hassel out. We'll have a look at this one. Hassel, everything right, and Callets was quick off his line. And now it's again the Zebras. Viet, Lozanovsky. Will it be a dramatic finish? Offside flag up against Maxwell. 3 minutes of normal time left. Second change to be made. Lamond will be coming off. And Tony Krislovic. Krislovic is their top scorer in the history of the league. Out of all the current players, 59 goals he's put away, but I don't think he'll be asked to do much attempts at goals. He'll be back there helping his midfield. Zabika. Clearance, again a big one. Off Cooper Shack. Maxwell will let it go for the corner. Good looking ball, and the header and the save, and a save again. Zelko Callets, the hero. Two unbelievable saves. First a look by Carl Viet, and then it was Joe Mullen. And we've got 1.5 minutes left, and there was Tony Vidmar. Well, what a finish to this game. Adelaide City know that they've had the opportunities, but this time it's been Zelko Callets with 4 critical saves in this game. Up went Viet, and then the second attempt for Mullen. Maxwell. Excellent. Mullen. Joe Mullen. Down he goes. The referee waves play on. Tobin inside for Melter. This should virtually be it. We've had a minute of stoppages. Out comes Callets. And Viet went for it as well. And he's in quite a bit of pain. And it could be a... well, it's urgent because it looks like Viet might have done his shoulder or his arm. He's all right. No, he's all right. That's a good sign. He's a tough customer, Carl Viet. Just the way he landed on that left shoulder. Just wonder how much Eugene Brazzali will add on for stoppages. Eugene will be going to the FIFA World Cup, of course. One of 2 linesmen representing the Oceania section. Gordon Dunster, the other man. Christodoulou. They'll play for time now. Big result for the Crows. That's the Sydney United Crows, of course, not the Adelaide Crows that thankfully aren't playing an AFL game at home. A big result, and they know it too. Tony Popovic's Chargers have done the job on Adelaide City yet again. The 4th time this season they've become Adelaide's bogey team. And what a result indeed. Callets and his teammates, they'll be celebrating for a long while, and I'm sure they'll be doing the same in Sydney. Morich, the second half hero too. Well, they're a team of heroes, really.